Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Mike with yet another Vanguard GT info update for you guys. Hopefully, you guys aren't sick to death of listening to me talk just yet, because you're going to get one or two more of these, and then you'll have to listen to me yak about stuff at the event for a little bit for announcements and whatnot. But anyway, here we are. This one is probably going to be pretty brief because mostly I just want to remind people that lists are due on Friday. That means by the end of the day, being midnight on Friday, so like Saturday morning when I get up, I should have everybody's lists in the to at vanguardgt.org mailbox. Whenever you have yours ready, please feel free to send it in. We prefer Easy Army PDF formats. Um, and once everybody has their list in, assuming there are no issues with any of them, then I will schedule a first round pairings review video live stream, probably on Monday evening next week, where we will go over all the first round pairings, several of which are, I think there's 4 challenges, which means we'll have 10 random tables. And we'll go through those, and then I'll send out a link to a Dropbox folder with all the lists from the event in it for people to look at. If you don't get around to watching that for one reason or another, and you don't get around to looking over the list on Dropbox, they'll be there all weekend. And again, the scoring system is going to email you a link to your opponent's lists every round anyway. But yeah, so by the end of the week, please have your list finalized. Please have them into me. Don't make me chase anybody down to try to get a copy of their list. Also, please make sure you pay attention to the list composition restrictions concerning allies. If you're not taking allies, then everything's pretty much fine. If you are taking allies, and it looks like you're taking them to take more of something you've already taken as much of as you can, then I'll probably ask you to change it. If you're not doing things like taking 3 war engines and then taking allies, so you can take 3 more war engines or more, or you took 3 flying wizards with lightning bolt, and then you took allies, so you could take more wizards with lightning bolt or more tall things with lightning bolt on them. Then it's not going to be an issue. But that's just something to be aware of. That if you seem to be taking allies for the purpose of circumventing the rule of 3, the limitation of 3 on things like heroes and war engines, then I'm likely to push back and ask you to please change your list. But that's it. Yeah, so just email your list in as soon as you have it done. If you haven't already sent in your vaccination information, then please do that at the same time you submit your list. I would really like to have that whole spreadsheet checked off by the time the lists are all in. So do please send me a photo of that or a link to an online record, whichever you have and prefer to send in is fine. I will destroy all of those after the event anyway for privacy reasons. So yeah, list by the end of the week, vax info by the end of the week. Other updates to give you guys. One, we got the pool open yesterday, so it should be ready. It's heated. I don't know how warm it'll be by next weekend. The weather next weekend is supposed to be like mid 60s during the day, so that's a little cold to be getting in the pool. But if you're into like the whole polar bear thing, right, and you want a nice like quick refreshing morning dip slash chlorine bath, that will be an option for you. Or if the heater actually gets the pool all the way up to a comfortable temperature, then people might enjoy taking a dip in the evenings or in the mornings or something like that. But that'll be that's open and will be available for folks that choose to take advantage of it here on site. What else did I want to tell you guys about? So we've been watching the COVID numbers. The case numbers are kind of going the wrong direction at this point. We're looking at, in Virginia anyway, about a 10% increase week over week, which is not great. So we are keeping our fingers crossed. Like at this point, it's probably low enough, and we're far enough along enough that we're not even gonna we're not going to consider canceling the event. I don't think it's anywhere near that bad, but we might need to talk about doing some testing of folks or asking folks to get tested before they come. Because again, like the venue is kind of small and intimate. We can't social distance at the tables. Everybody's going to eat and drink at the same tables, right across from each other all weekend. And a lot of people are going to be staying at the house. So like asking people to mask up the whole time is just not feasible. If you would like to wear a mask, by all means, please do. But that's not really something that we can ask folks to do because the social aspects of this event are kind of what makes it special. So as of right now, I think it's still just get your vax info in, but please be aware of where you might go get tested. next week. If we ask people to do so, I know we have some tests here at the house that we could give people when they arrive if they think that they might have an issue. But for the most part, just be aware of potential exposures. If you think you're in a position where you might have been exposed, then maybe just proactively get yourself tested, like next Wednesday or Thursday before you come. That would be great. And be aware of where you could get tested nearby if things go really bad for the next week, and we're like, okay, maybe everybody should get tested just to be sure on their way here that that no one has actually contracted COVID. And again, we'll have like a handful of tests here probably that we can give people if they're like, I couldn't get it done, but I really want to be sure. That'd be fine too. So just everybody just be aware of that. The pandemic is not completely over. We are at a nice low trough, but like it's acting like it's going to turn and go the other direction. So we don't want to be part of a relapse, right? So everybody just be careful with yourselves. Be safe out there. First round challenges. We got another first round challenge yesterday. We're up to 4. You can still submit first round challenges until when lists are due, which is Friday, because once I have lists, that's when I set the pairings for the week. So if you are interested in challenging anyone, please do that this week before you send your list in. You can do that anywhere on Facebook where both I and the person you're challenging can see it, on the Vanguard page, on the Mid-Atlantic page, or group, or anywhere like that. I've only had one person tell me about dietary restrictions, which we are accommodating to the best of our ability. If you have any dietary restrictions, please let us know so we can do something for you. Next week, I'm going to have a little site tour for you guys. We'll do kind of a little tour of the parking area to show everybody how you park, and then do a little walk around of the property just to show folks where everything is, like where the gaming area is and everything. For those folks who have been here before, this year I am flipping the table order around. Because we have expanded into the unfinished part of the basement. A couple of tables are in the unfinished part of the basement that previously we just used for storage. So there will be some folks playing in there now. And I thought, putting the bottom couple of tables in like the murder basement all by themselves might seem kind of creepy. So instead, I'm going to flip it around, and the top 2 tables will be in there, and then the tables will count down across the basement to the other side. So the little area over there by the windows and the walkout door that used to be the top couple tables are now the bottom couple of tables, and the order will be reversed. For those of you who have never been here, that means absolutely nothing to you. But don't worry, I think it's a good choice. So like the folks that are playing on the bottom tables don't feel like they've been like shunted away or sequestered onto like secondhand tables. Both those tables have brand new terrain on them, and they will be top tables. So it'll be more like, the top players have their own little private space to play in, rather than, the bottom players have been shunted off someplace to be forgotten about. I think that'll work out better for everybody. I think that might be about it. Yeah, I told you guys the pool was open. I reminded everybody that your lists are due on Friday by midnight, which really means before I wake up Saturday morning, please have them to me. I sent everybody the normal reminders. The club slots are pretty much all filled up. At this point, only one person is not in a club, and they're brand new and they've never been to a Kings of War event before. But other than that, everybody's in a club. So we have a full 6 or 7 clubs, I think, that have at least 3 people that can compete in the club award. So that's awesome. Thanks everybody for organizing yourselves that way. Even if you're not actually officially in a club with some folks, it's good to have some immunity for the first 3 rounds against people from your own region. Like if you're traveling in from out of region, it would suck for you to drive all this way and play someone who's in your home region who you play regularly at tournaments anyway. So it's nice to just have that in place. I appreciate that. Thanks. And once again, you got any more first round challenges, get those in. Send your Vax info in when you send your list in, if not before. And I think that's it. Look for a post about the pairings over the weekend, the pairings live stream over the weekend. Right now, it's tentatively scheduled for Monday evening. It'll, of course, be a live stream, but be available to rewatch on YouTube at any time. So if you're busy on Monday night and you want to watch it, you can easily watch it the next day. Given the number of tables we have, it shouldn't be too terribly long. Like an hour and a half is really the longest it should be, given that it's just 14 tables. And I think that's about it. I hope everybody's really excited. I know I'm excited. I've got the tables pretty much all set up, except for I just have a couple of pieces of terrain left to paint. The swag to give out to everybody, and the trophies and everything are pretty much done. I think I'm just waiting on a few more prizes, and then I'll have pretty much everything, and we'll be ready and raring to go. So yeah, everybody, get your armies finished up, get your lists finalized, and get them into me as soon as you have them. And I'll be back with a little more info for you guys next week. All right. I think that's it. See ya.